Hey guys, Cameron here with Emerson Property Management. Every week I bring you tools, tactics, strategies, lessons I've learned, things that have helped me build up a sizable portfolio in about 2 years and now manage that portfolio. This is part 3. So if you guys haven't seen the last few weeks, I was answering questions from a friend of mine from high school named Nick. He had some really good questions. The first part is about tax write-offs, and we go through a bunch of stuff about LLC formation and creating a business bank account and how to start out, make sure you get the right lending and all that. That will be up here. That's part 1. Check that out. Part 2 covered rental agreements and property management. I got cut off there at the end of the property management video, but it is what it is. This is going to be part 4. Again, that part 2 will be up here, and then today part 4 will just be this last question regarding expanding your portfolio. So again, thanks Nick to asking these questions. This is the last part here. So these questions have to do with expanding your portfolio. So Nick, again, if you guys haven't watched the first one, go back and do that, part 2, and this is part 3. Nick just bought his first rental property. So the question is regarding expanding your portfolio. How do I acquire more homes not putting 20% down? Is there a timeline or strategy you use to expand? What makes a good investment for you? So again, fantastic question. I think that's one of the big things, the big deterrents for real estate is these massive 20% down payments. Now I say massive, in today's market, at least in Houston, you're looking at $200,000 pretty easily, $150,000 to $250,000 ARV for purchasing a property. You do 20% of that, you're looking at 30 grand to, 50 grand, somewhere in there. So once you buy your first one, your next one, unless you're sitting on a big boat of cash, you've just used up $30,000, $50,000. And that's not including any of the repairs or anything that need to be done. So how do you grow? It's by far, hands down, my most popular video out there. And you guys can find that up here. Here is the BRRRR strategy. I'm not going to talk at length about it because I created a video. It's really popular. I walk through my exact numbers from one of my deals. There's like 12, 13,000 views or something on it, which for me is big. But the basis of it is you buy a property, you renovate it, you buy, rent, rehab. No, buy, renovate, rent, buy, rehab, rent, repeat. Buy, rent. Geez, Louise, guys, there's too many R's in there. Buy, rehab. So you buy the property, you rehab it, you fix it up, you rent it out, the other R, and then you refinance to pull your cash back out, and then the 5th one is repeat. Buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. There we go. David Green also wrote a book on this. It's a very good book. I personally haven't read it, but it's very, very popular because, again, I've done several of them, numerous ones, and it's how I grew my portfolio. If you guys haven't seen that video, that's also a very popular video of mine, how I grew my portfolio. I kind of walk through the years, really the past 7-8 years of investing and how many units I bought for each one. So that's a very popular video. Check that out. But anywho, how do you do it? BRRRR is the only way. Unless you have a substantial amount of money coming in every month, which most people watching this, a lot of people watching this want financial freedom. They're good at saving and investing. So you make between $50,000 and $100,000 a year. The demographic that watch these, if you save a lot of money, you might be saving 20, 30, 40,000 bucks a year. That's enough for about a property a year. You can also house hack. You can use your cheap, if you're a veteran, you can use your 0% down financing. House hacking, you can use a 3.5% to 5% FHA loan. You get one of those. There's several different ways to do it. You don't want to limit your mindset. Now, I say that there's several low and no money down strategies. Brandon Turner has a fantastic book on that, investing in real estate with low and no money down or something like that. But just be cognizant that you have to invest money to get it back out. So when you purchase it and put all this money in there, you're refinancing it to pull it back out, right? So you're leaving some money in there. Sometimes you get it all back, but you have to have money to put it in. Also look for strategic partnerships. That's one other avenue. So BRRRR, buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. you have house hacking, you have partnerships, and then just good old, you guys have to just wait. Save up, save up, save up, and invest. Keep putting your money to work while you're waiting, and then save up $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 again and put it back into a property. If you do that strategy, you buy one property. I tell people this all the time. If you buy one property every 12 to 18 months, you, over the course of 5, 10, 20 years, you cannot help but be rich. You can't help it because appreciation, all the advantages, real estate's getting better and better with time. The second question of this, is there a timeline or strategy you use to expand? No. If you guys watched that video I was talking about where it shows how I bought all my properties, there was no logic to it. It was just strictly buy as many, the only logic to it was buy as many good deals as I could, buy as many deals as fast as I possibly could. That was the only strategy. So you'll see like 1, 2 the next year, 1 the next year, and then it was like 17 or something crazy. And then it was 8, and then it was 4, and then it was, whenever I find good deals, I'll buy them. But that's it. And like I said, I paused in that video I go over. I've kind of laid back to focus more on the management side. What makes a good investment for me, guys? If you get on our website, emersonpropertymanagement.com, I'll put it down here or put a link somewhere. emersonpropertymanagement.com, go to the owner's section, in the free guides. I actually give you my free rental analysis tool. So how to determine the profitability of a rental property. You go on that. It's my spreadsheet. It tells you how to use it, and it lays everything out. And what I look for, just to ensure, that's how you analyze it, but what I look for ensure is at least a 15% cash on cash return. Now, what does that mean? Why 15%, Cameron? Well, I can get 10% in the market. So I can invest in the stock market and do absolutely nothing and have it be very liquid. And liquid means I can sell Monday through Friday. The stock market's open for me to sell. So I can pull out $100, I can pull out $500, I can pull out $1,000. Real estate's not liquid, and it's time intensive. Whether you guys realize it or not, the passive income thing sounds great, but it's not. It is actually, you actually have to work at it. There's time involved. Even when you hire a property manager, you significantly cut back your time, but there's still some time involved. So your, what was I saying about that? Why I have the 15% return. So stock market, I do nothing. I can dollar cost average into that. It's 10%. So I want to get above 10%. If I'm just investing in real estate for 10%, I'm putting in the market. I'm not going to worry about it. I don't have to deal with tenants. I don't have to deal with squat. I can sell whatever I want instead of going out and buying real estate, dealing with tenants, not being able to sell whenever I want. You know, if you want to sell quickly, you sell to a wholesaler or investor like us at a substantial discount. So I look for at least 15% return, and that includes a 2% appreciation. It's all in that calculator, but I look for a 15% return. That's my biggest thing. And a 15% ROE, return on equity. So what is return on cash or return on investment versus return on equity? Return on, and I've got actually a video on this as well. So there's one other video, return on investment or return on equity. In short, return on investment is the money you actually took out of your pocket or left in the deal. If you do refinance, the money that's left in the deal. Return on equity is the amount of equity sitting in the property. If you sold it, it would be all the cash you would generate minus all the liabilities. So if you had a $200,000 house and you had a $150,000 mortgage and other liens or anything else, you'd have $50,000 in equity. So how much equity is that money making you every year? I want 15% on that as well, because if not, again, I'm going to sell it. I'm going to take that 50 grand and I'm going to put it in the stock market and make 10%. So if I'm making less than 15, I'm getting closer and closer to, why wouldn't I just put it in the market? That's how I think about it. That's it, guys. That was all the questions. So I think if my math is right, we did 1, 2, this was the 3rd video. If you guys want to go back, I mentioned those in the beginning, but this was all from Nick. Nick, really appreciate the questions. We covered a swath of things here, which is why I had to break it into 3 videos. Really appreciate the questions. Really appreciate the thought behind some of these, and I hope it helped everybody out. If it did, let me know. If it didn't, let me know. Otherwise, I'll catch y'all next week. Thanks.